Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this special retrospective of Resurrection before the actual show begins. Now, of course, this is going to encompass, as far as the first CPV of the year for TPGW is, it certainly is going to be interesting to see exactly who takes on who in what matches. First, let's go ahead and talk about the pre-show. The first match on the pre-show will be Marion Andrews versus the person who betrayed Tia Benson in the closing moments of WFS, the premiere. That, of course, being Samantha Hart. Now, TPGW's officials have officially decided that in order to keep Miss Andrews safe from any harm that might be done, Tia Benson will be at ringside for Marion Andrews. This was also at the request of Tia Benson so that she can keep an eye on her old partner. Now, moving on, following the events of TPGW Live, Cody Lee has demanded a rematch against his former partner, Mark Hancock, of which TPGW Live General Manager VPOC has permitted. Now, on that note, I must also state that the General Manager of Fury, The Smoke, has been terminated due to his actions. Now, VPOC's actions have also been questionable, and that's something that's going to be brought up at a future date, possibly at Resurrection. But that's something to talk about another day. Then, of course, as we move on, the main event of the pre-show will be a fatal four-way over-the-top battle royal to decide the number one contender at Apocalypse for the Genesis Championship. Now, mind you, on the actual Resurrection card, we will be having Ovana defend against Melissa Bailey. However, there will be a different challenger at Apocalypse. So we'll find out exactly what that match at Apocalypse will be at Resurrection. The three confirmed so far for this match are Jade Hawk, June Tiger, and Caitlin Cunningham. And that's pretty much it for the pre-show. Now, moving on, we got to talk about, of course, the actual Resurrection show itself. I've already mentioned Ovana versus Melissa Bailey for the Genesis Championship. First and foremost, Thunderlord Mashney is finally cashing in his rematch clause for the Underground Internet Championship, and he will be taking on the current champion, Landkrieg. That's going to be a battle of the big men, and I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing it. As well as, of course, the match that was promised at Revolution. Jason Collins and Doug King will be defending their tag team championships against the New Guards Patrick Wolf and Taylor Blaze, the men who lasted the longest in that Turmoil match. It only seems fair, given their performance in that matchup. Speaking of fair performances, there was certainly some unfair actions bestowed by both the former GM and a current GM in the Euro American Championship match at Revolution. So, I'm officially stating this now. Zaya Steele will defend his Euro American Championship against George Alpine. A rematch from Revolution at Resurrection, as well as not the only one. As, of course, Matt Farrow will be defending the Triple Crown Championship in a rematch from Revolution against Tommy Ventura. And as if the actions of certain competitors wasn't enough, there will be a non-title tag team match featuring Rex Titus and the current hardcore champion Aaron Wilkins against both of their greatest rivals, Andrew Tanaka and Raven Dark. Now, moving on from there, we have to talk about Revolution performances in a good way. That, of course, being the performances of Alice Andraste and Kitty White. Alice Andraste successfully defended her championship at Revolution 3 against Roxanne Quinn, and Kitty White won a 2 out of 3 falls Black Lagoon street fight against Revy. TPGW officials have officially decided, while corresponding with the general manager of Diamonds, Holly Harris, whose position is still intact, by the way, that Kitty White is now officially the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship at Resurrection. It will be Alice Andrade versus Kitty White for the Women's World Championship. Now, with that being said, we have to move on, of course, to the main event. And there's a lot of speculation about who Kevin Cash will be defending against, but I think it's pretty obvious given the effects of the Season 2 premiere episode of TPGW Live. So, Kevin Cash will be defending his TPGW World Championship in the main event of Resurrection 2018 against the Nightmare, Duncan Vermill. This will be the third time these two have gone at it one-on-one, and it will be a tiebreaker. With Cash having a victory at Olympus last year and Duncan having a victory at Elimination Chamber Week, it's going to be the rubber match to settle the score, except this time, the World Championship is on the line. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us here at this special retrospective for Resurrection 2018. I've been MTBHKK, and I will see you at Resurrection, Sunday, March 4th. Don't miss it. Booyakah!